Okay, it is the 3rd of May, and this is going to be a fast one. Just trying to document everything that's out there. So obviously I haven't taken care of the lavender. Maybe, hopefully I'll get to it in the next few days. New hose link doesn't work as well as the old hose link, but it looks better. I'm trading some things out, not doing some credibles this year, trying to do some perennials that I grew from seed, some of which were my own seed. It was very exciting. Front beds, the grapes are doing really well. They've all come back. I got 2, we had a really cold winter. Most of my rosemary died, and I've already cut most of it out. And I thought I might lose some other stuff, but I didn't lose grapes, so my backup grapes need to find a new place to live. Today I transplanted all of my tomatoes with 2 oopses, as well as have all of the peppers and eggplants out. This Roma, was one of the ones that a gust of wind came and I heard a little snap. Sadly, it already has lots of little Roma tomatoes on it, so I'm hoping it survives. I have my sad, I was going to toss at Rutgers that I threw in because if the other one dies, at least I've got it. Sun came out for the first time today. The lettuce is glorious. I am harvesting a lot of it and taking it into work tomorrow for co-workers. More tomatoes. I am trying the Titan tomato cages. These are not indeterminates, but certainly will give them a lot of structure. What's sad is my basil is already flowering. I need to pinch it and deal with that. So calendula is flowering. Everything is doing really well in the garden. More peppers. Some are the ones I overwintered. Some are seedlings that I seed started. And then again, another row with peppers and eggplants and more tomatoes. And then I'm trying a new thing. The center bed, I only have, oh my God, 3 tomatoes in there and some cucumbers and a jicama. So we're going to see how this does. But I tried something new to give them a trellis to climb, and we'll see. But it's using the little string attachment. I can't even find my hand. There it is. That you attach to the string and then just hold the indeterminate tomato in place and let it climb. So I'm going to give that a shot. I come around this side. The haskcaps, the honeyberries are looking awesome. And they have berries. They're so cute. So I'm pleased. All 5 plants did well over winter. They've all bloomed. They all have berries. The infirmary Japanese maples have done really well this year. I'm now bonsaiing them and trying to shape them how I want them to be. Even the hyssops and other things in that are doing well, so I'm pleased. I took out the very dangerous, you can see my scar from putting my hand through one of the cold frames 2 Novembers ago. Didn't hit anything vital, just lost a lot of tissue and will have a scar for life. But I took out the angled cold frames that were there, made them indeterminate tomato runs, and so 1 tomato per. My tomatoes have never had this much space before. Let's see how they do. And then I just now sowed a variety of marigolds and calendula. We're about to hit some nice weather, so those should take off quickly. These are the early potatoes that I did in the orangery. They're all up, except for that one. And then mid-late March, I went ahead and sowed potatoes in this covered bed. So they're starting to pop up. In a little bit I might pop the screen up and hill them. We'll see. That is my garlic that I put in last year. Interspersed is a little bit of different types of broccoli. Lovely leaves, not a lot else going on. Never does for me, except for this. I think it's a broccolini, and it just went straight to flower because it's 60 degrees, it's summer. My kale is from last year that I transplanted out of the other bed and put in here to let it flower and get seed, so it's doing its thing. But everything else in there looks good. I'm doing amaranth in this bed again. I sowed some fresh seed from M.I. Gardner, and then in the back row I put in some of my own that I collected, and so we'll see how that does. Here's the back side of this bed. The garlic is looking good in there, and there are little praying mantises running around in there too. So I have not yet put in the next raised bed. I've got my first post, and I've got holes dug, and at some point I'll get time. And eventually I will do 3 more of these 4x16 beds on the way to the entrance for the Kubota. So that's all good. Everything else is good. I still have some plants to get out. I've got a new trellis to put together because I bought a couple of hardy kiwis and I didn't realize that they were vining. I thought they were trees. I've never seen a kiwi tree, or what kiwis grow on, I should say. I assumed it was a tree. It is not. So I bought myself a new trellis that I'll be putting together, putting at the end of that. I need to make a walkway on the outside because eventually these hascaps will get 6x6, so they will fill up this space nicely, but we'll have to harvest from the other side. So I had planned to do a walkway on that side anyway. Haven't gotten the pondless waterfall going yet. It's been a little chilly for me to have my hands in cold water and to clean it out. I do need to clean it a bit. And we have a dead frog, toad, something down in the main basin. So I'm probably stopping at Home Depot and getting myself a wetback this week. God knows what else is in there. I bought myself an aquarium cleaner kit to start with, and then I will continue on and try to get most of the icky water out to start everything anew. And then in the distance you can see obviously the orange tree. I still have lettuce, really pretty little thing of lettuce in there. Again, the lettuce is so pretty, it's almost hard to harvest and eat it. But it's the lone thing sitting there under a grow light, and it's very happy. But I may be done with trying to do citrus. I don't know. I'm nice to them. I do everything right, supposedly. As you can see, the center one has lots of buds and flowers and no leaves, and the other 2 have lots of leaves and no flowers. I give up. The frustration level may not be worth it to try to grow them. And then just a few more things. I've got some tomatoes and cucumbers that I'm taking into people at work for them to put in their gardens. A little bit of parsley still to put out, and then the kiwi and the grapes that need a home. So I'm almost done. Almost. I still have a few things of flowers I started from seed to put in the pollinator bed. It's coming back nicely. I will be doing a Chelsea chop this year on several of the flowering things, in particular the Joe Pye weed. So it is a weed. I don't like it, but I don't know if I can get it out of there. Oh, but then another quick shot of how good are my grow lights. They're that good. I have like tomatoes on almost everything I transplanted out. Seriously, I could grow them in there. You know, big enough pots, good medium. Those lights seem to do the trick. So, Spider Farmer grow lights. Awesome. Anyway, that is it. I'm going to water and then harvest lettuce for, coworkers. Oh, and kale. The final shot will be of the lovely controlled kale. No cabbage loopers getting to those. It's just a beautiful little bed of enclosed kale. So pretty, so perfect, and so protected. And here, curly blue Scotch kale does not bolt in summer the way lettuce and everything else does. So we just have kale salads in the summer. Continue to eat them all year. So highly recommend growing that too. Anyway, that's all for the 1st of May, or the 3rd.